Why, hello everyone, Future Maddie here, and before we get into today's Paris adventures, I want to introduce the sponsor of this video, Vrbo. One of the things I always stress about when planning a trip is finding a place that's comfortable, well located, and actually looks like the photos online. When you're traveling, especially internationally, the last thing you want is to arrive and have surprises waiting for you. Luckily, the Paris apartment that I booked on Vrbo was exactly what we were hoping for. We had plenty of space to relax after long days of exploring, a full kitchen, and a cozy living area that was perfect for planning our itinerary and winding down each evening. What gave me extra peace of mind when booking through Vrbo is knowing that they have VrboCare and 24/7 customer support. So if something unexpected comes up during your trip, they have your back and can help get things sorted. I know from experience that having a great home base can make such a difference when you're traveling, and this Vrbo really checked off all our boxes. If you're planning a getaway of your own, definitely check out Vrbo. I'll leave more information in the description below. And now, let's go explore Paris. Hello from Paris. I'm on a trip with Austin and we just made it to Paris from New York. It was a long journey, especially because there was a lot of traffic from the airport. So we are here now and very glad to be in our Vrbo. Our flight arrived really early today and luckily I accidentally booked our Vrbo for a day before. So it was ready for us when we came. It's around 10:30 a.m. now and we were able to get ready and now we can get our day started. Honestly, there's nothing better than brushing your teeth and taking a shower after you get back from the airport. We have a full day ahead of us and I'm very excited to get out there. For our first destination of the day, we stopped by Cafe Jirisan, a cozy Korean-inspired cafe tucked away near Opera. They're especially known for their adorable desserts and matcha drinks, and I love how the space feels warm and rustic, almost like a quiet cabin hidden in the city. It honestly felt like a corner of Seoul right in the middle of Paris. Now we're going to the Jardin du Palais Royale. To get there, we walked through the second arrondissement, which happens to be one of Paris's best neighborhoods for Asian food and cafe culture. There were particularly a lot of Japanese, Korean, Chinese, and Taiwanese spots that I noticed. We then reached the Jardin du Palais Royale, a peaceful garden hidden just behind the Louvre. Once home to French royalty, it's now one of Paris's most beautiful places to slow down, with elegant fountains, tree-lined paths, and of course, the iconic black and white striped columns. For a bigger breakfast, we went to the nearby La Crème du Palais Royal. Tucked beneath the historic arcades, it's well known for its assortment of gelato, cafe options, and lunch dishes. We sat outside and got to enjoy the beauty of the garden. Our next stop was Shin Cafe, another Korean-inspired cafe just around the corner from the Palais Royale Gardens. This cafe serves specialty lattes like the Goguma and Hukimja lattes, which we got. And downstairs, there's a listening room, more space to work, and a photo booth. Of course, we had to use the photo booth. Nearby was France's National Library, the Bibliothèque Nationale de France. The historic Richelieu site in Paris dates back to the 18th century and served as the library's main home for nearly 275 years. We stopped in to view the Oval Room, which is just absolutely stunning. So Austin and I were waiting on that long line to get into the library, and then this girl behind us overheard us talking about our plans, and she was like, "Are you guys just looking to look at the library?" We were like, "Yeah," and she said, "Oh, like you don't have to wait on this line because this is actually for people who just want to study. You can actually go and take a picture or like take a look at the library and just walk in." So we just walked in and it was amazing. This girl saved so much time. We were like on that line for probably 5-10 minutes already. Now we're going back so I can change my outfit because we have a 2:30 reservation to the Musée Jacquemart-André. Hey guys, so Austin and I came back to the Vrbo so I could change because we are going to the Musée Jacquemart-André at 2:30. We have tickets, so we are gonna head out again soon, but this is the new outfit. The Musée Jacquemart-André is a mansion museum that once belonged to two of Paris's most passionate art collectors, and I had been wanting to visit it for the longest time. As soon as we walked in, it felt less like a museum and more like stepping into the home of Parisian aristocracy during the Belle Époque. One of the highlights was the grand staircase, which is every bit as impressive as the photos make it look. The ceilings, chandeliers, and ornate rooms were so beautifully preserved that it felt like we had traveled back in time. Next, we made our way to Carrette at Trocadero, one of the most iconic cafes and tea rooms in Paris. Open since 1927, Carrette is known for its elegant atmosphere, beautiful pastries, and famously rich hot chocolate. The prices are quite steep, but I still think it's worth a visit. Before dinner, I went on a mission to get my dream Pollen bag as there was a store near our Vrbo. We've been waiting for almost an hour, I think, and we're next in line. So at this point, I have to buy something. At last we got in, and the sales associate showed me all of the seam bags they had in stock. She had one more left of the root, which is the color I wanted. I think this is the one. Guys, I cannot believe that the sales associate just pulled out the color that I wanted out of nowhere. I didn't even ask for it, and she was just like, this is my last one. That's crazy. Everything's just going right today, guys. I'm over the fact that I was cold in line for an hour, and now we're gonna go find some dinner. For dinner, we were around so many well-rated Asian restaurants and decided on Byu Rice Kitchen. This Chinese-owned Korean restaurant has ramen, kimbap, and rice bowls on the menu. I ordered the ramen, and it actually blew my expectations away. The broth had a curry-like taste, and the chicken was perfectly tender.
Wow, tastes a little bit Thai because it's like curry soup. Really good.
Not gonna lie, this was probably my favorite meal of the trip. Good morning, guys. I passed out so early last night at probably like 8:30 p.m. I was so tired, and even though I slept early, I still feel like I could sleep more, probably just because it's like sleeping hours right now in New York. But we are gonna go to a cafe and get some coffee. It is around 8:30 a.m. and we're gonna head out soon. Our first cafe of the day was Taxiphone, which is housed in a former phone call shop that inspired both its name and design. Inside, the space is covered in warm wood and filled with the sound of vinyl records, creating a cozy atmosphere that feels both nostalgic and modern. I think the coffee I had here was my favorite of the trip. Our second cafe stop was Galley Cafe, located in the 18th arrondissement. Despite its small size, it's become a local favorite thanks to its specialty coffee, homemade pastries, and creative comfort food. That cafe was so cute. Now we are going to a museum and we're gonna have to climb some stairs. There they are. It's giving Montmartre. We're approaching our second set of stairs. We finally made it to the Musée de Montmartre, a museum dedicated to the artistic history of one of Paris's most famous neighborhoods. Housed in a historic building where artists like Renoir and Valadon once lived and worked, it feels like stepping back into Montmartre's creative golden age. Inside, we explored exhibits that tell the story of the neighborhood's transformation into an artistic hub. My favorite part though was Atelier Valadon, a reconstruction of Suzanne Valadon's studio that offers a glimpse into the life and work of one of the neighborhood's most influential artists. The studio was so beautifully designed, and I couldn't help but imagine what creative juices must have been flowing in this room.
Crazy crowds for La Maison Rose.
We continued through Montmartre to get to our lunch reservation at Hôtel Particulier. This might just be one of the most unique places we visited in Paris. Hidden behind an unmarked gate, this former mansion is often referred to as the smallest hotel in Paris with just 5 suites. We were there for lunch at Le Très Particulier, the hotel's restaurant and bar, and sat outside next to this beautiful fountain. I loved that there were 2 roosters walking freely around the property. I was actually quite impressed with the food here as well. Hello guys, we stopped back at the Vrbo for a little while to just relax for a little bit, and now we're gonna head out because the sun is so beautiful today. We're just gonna enjoy the outside a bit. We're gonna go towards the Seine River and probably do a lot of walking outside, maybe visit a garden. It seems like it's even better weather right now than in the morning, so looking forward to being outside again. We took a taxi to the Latin Quarter where you could catch views of the famous Notre Dame. Known for its charming streets, cafes, and bookstores, the area sits along the Seine and is full of history.
Austin and I want to drink some wine and eat some bread on the Seine, so we're gonna go find some places to get some of those things and maybe some fruit as well.
Luckily, we found some shops nearby to buy our picnic items. And to buy some baguettes, we stopped by Maison d'Isabelle. In 2018, the bakery won the prize for the best all-butter croissant in Paris and the surrounding region.
Items secured, so we're heading to the Seine.
Before dinner, I had to stop by Seine, my favorite Parisian clothing brand, to just shop around. It was nice that there was a location close to our Vrbo. And soon it was time to figure out where to eat.
So we're gonna go to a place that's really close to our apartment because a lot of places actually don't open early, and 5:45 is pretty early, so we're gonna go just to a place that's open right now.
That brought us to Gruppo Mimo, an Italian restaurant nearby. I ordered the alla Valentina, spaghetti in a cream sauce spun in a cheese wheel and adorned with truffle. It was really delicious. Good morning, everyone. It is our last full day in Paris. It was a very super short and sweet trip, but we do have a ton of stuff planned today, like a lot of cafes, of course. We're going to go to the neighborhood of Le Marais first, and we're just gonna go to a lot of cafes and then visit a museum. The weather seems perfect again today, so I am wearing a skirt. Probably not super easy to tell, but I'm wearing this top by Uniqlo. This is an old skirt that I have, and then this half trench by Seine. Austin and I are gonna head out in just a few. We arrived to Sevenly Heart just as they opened and got to catch the place empty, as it can get quite busy during the day. Their interior is so beautifully decorated with a heart theme. Even their lattes have hearts in them. Next, we went to Café Berry, a popular brunch spot in the heart of Le Marais, for some savory food. I got the soft-boiled eggs, which came beautifully seasoned and with bread and cheese. This was the perfect small breakfast.
After that delicious brunch, we are now going to another cafe.
And that cafe was Grave Cafe. It's small but has so much personality, especially because the owners often bring their dogs, who are just the sweetest. They're super popular for their Basque cheesecake and their soft serve, which rotates flavors frequently. The flavors today were salted caramel and charcoal. Next on the itinerary, we went to the Musée Carnavalet. This museum is dedicated to the history of Paris and housed in 2 connected Renaissance-era mansions in Les Marais. Admission to the permanent collection is completely free, while special exhibitions require a paid ticket. The museum holds one of the world's most important collections related to the French Revolution, including artifacts from the Bastille, portraits of revolutionary figures, and recreations inspired by spaces connected to Louis XIII and Marie Antoinette. My favorite part of the museum, however, was the garden in the center. It was the perfect place to sit and enjoy the fresh air for a little while. Before leaving Les Marais, we stopped by White Coffee, a sleek takeout cafe that I wanted to try honestly because of how aesthetic it is. And the coffee was really good. In the afternoon, we visited the Musée Rodin, a museum dedicated to the famous French sculptor Auguste Rodin. Set inside a beautiful 18th century mansion, it's home to some of his most iconic works, including The Thinker and The Kiss. Rodin considered sculpture to be about capturing movement and emotion, which is why many of his works feel surprisingly modern despite being created more than a century ago. Outside is the sculpture garden, where Rodin's masterpieces are displayed among rose bushes and fountains. We then went to the Jardin du Luxembourg. These gardens were created in 1612 by Marie de Medici, the widow of Henry IV, who wanted a palace and gardens that reminded her of her native Florence. Today, the gardens span about 60 acres and surround the Luxembourg Palace, which now serves as the home of the French Senate. The garden is now an incredible third space where people can gather, hang out, enjoy the outdoors, and sit for a while, which is exactly what we did.
We have a bit of time to kill before dinner, so we are just gonna go grab some gelato nearby. Okay, we are going to this place with a long line.
The gelato shop was called La Crema, and it was clearly very popular. We waited at least half an hour in line. A lot of the flavors had already sold out, but we were lucky to get into the last tub of the cookies and cream.
We got it after waiting so long. That gelato was amazing, but now we are running a little bit late for dinner, so we're gonna run there now.
Dinner was at Monsieur Bleu, one of Paris's most iconic restaurants for Eiffel Tower views. We sat outside since the weather was so nice. The restaurant itself is very elegant and boasts quite an expensive menu. I ordered the truffle pasta and we got the fries for 2, which honestly could have been for 4.
The other truffle pasta I had was better, I think. I've had better, but it's still good.
The Eiffel Tower views from the restaurant were just fine in my opinion, but if you cross the street, you'll be at the Passerelle de Billy, a pedestrian bridge with an even better view of the Eiffel. The bridge also has a lot of locks on it that each tell their own story of love. It was the perfect place to enjoy sunset on our last night in Paris. Good morning, guys. It is the final day in Paris and my flight leaves today at 4:30. So Austin and I luckily do have the morning together. I woke up super early to get everything packed and put the apartment back together. I'm just waiting for Austin to wake up and then we'll just go head out to a cafe. I'll have a little bit of downtime after that to be alone for a few hours before my flight. So I'll probably have to find a luggage storage and then maybe I can go to another cafe or something after Austin leaves because he is catching a train to the UK around 11. Anyways, I'm gonna double check that I have everything packed so that we can just head out of here at 10 a.m. That is when we have to check out. See you again in a little bit. For coffee, we of course had to go to Candle Kids, a spot both of us had on our must-go lists because we love it so much. As usual, Voltaire the corgi guarded the door. Candle Kids always has great pastry options to choose from, plus amazing coffee every time. And before we knew it, it was time for us to go back to our Vrbo to check out. We are back at the Vrbo and we are fully packed. ready to go. It is almost 10 a.m. so we're gonna head out. Austin is gonna go to the train station to go catch a train to the UK, and I'm just gonna go walk to a locker storage area close to where I'm gonna take the train to go to the airport later. Goodbye, Vrbo.
Just said bye to Austin, and now I am walking to the luggage storage place. It's like a 20-minute walk.
I made it to the luggage storage place, which was super easy to use and required no human contact.
Okay, that was so easy, and now I am just walking around with my purse, which makes it so much easier to get around. And I really want to buy some macaroons to bring home, so I am going to the nearest Pierre Hermé.
Pierre Hermé is my favorite macaroon chain in Paris, and I find it more unique than La Durée since we don't have Pierre Hermé in New York. I got a big assortment of macaroons to bring back home to friends and family.
Macaroons secured. And look how pretty the packaging is.
Next, I walked over to Boot Cafe, another cafe I frequent when I'm in Paris. You might recognize it from its iconic blue exterior. I had a wonderful solo cafe date with delicious coffee. Then I walked to OFR Bookstore, which is known for its incredible collection of art books, fashion magazines, photography publications, and rare finds from around the world.
So I think that I have done everything that I want to do, and it is getting about the time where I should start heading back to pick up my luggage, so I'm gonna walk there now.
Remove all your objects and close the locker.
Okay, I got my luggage, and now I'm gonna head to the train station. I took the metro to the airport, which was super convenient, though quite crowded, and soon enough I was on my way back to New York. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.